Business. What kind of business?
Architecture.
How'd you get into architecture?
College. Anything else? Because I'm trying to...
I'm sorry, Peter. We're going to be traveling for a few days, and it wouldn't hurt to get to know each other.
Megamind.
Oh, bravo! Metropod. Yes, I can play along too. Should have known.
Well, that's just a little taste of two movies that will be opening this first weekend in November.
Both Megamind and Due Date have been teased to audience for months now and are expected to battle for a big box office weekend. Our movie guy, Aaron Lafferty, is here with a look ahead. And any predictions, Aaron?
Those two are going to be battling for the top spot at the box office. No doubt. We're looking at a bigger
how they're
weekend.
rated. I'm wondering, does the fact that one is PG and one's R, does that give you a different volume of people?
Yeah, you do. I mean, there isn't a really good PG movie out there right now, so that's going to get more people in the theater. And usually those kind of tickets usually get 2 to 3 tickets on average, where an R movie might get 1 to 2 on average, because you usually bring a child, or maybe 2 child and a parent to a movie, so you get more seats. Plus, it's in IMAX, 2D, 3D.
Okay, we just recently went to a fast food restaurant and we saw the character in it was Mega Man. And like, who is this? Now I know.
Exactly.
We're going to be hearing a lot about these characters.
Let's talk about some of the first, some of the little movies first.
Okay.
Nowhere Boy. You guys like the Beatles?
I love them.
Do you know the story before the Beatles? John Lennon.
No. Don't.
That's what Nowhere Boy is all about. Aaron Johnson, who was in the movie Kick-Ass, if you saw that earlier this year. It's the story of the Beatles before they became the Beatles. It's John Lennon. He picks up the British accent very well. You also see a young Paul McCartney in this movie. Kristen Scott Thomas is John Lennon's mom in the movie too. So.
Well, you know, it's interesting because I read the movie Outliers, and they chronicle how the Beatles ended up getting this opportunity that made them so successful. So this is the story behind the Outliers.
Yeah, and this is, based on the story. Obviously, it's a little Hollywoodized, but it's basically based on the story of them growing up and becoming famous.
Yeah.
And where all their motivations came from. And this is at 4 theaters. This is at Celebration North. It's at Carousel. It's at Crossroads, and it's also at the Harbor Theater in Muskegon. So there's a couple theaters where you can see.
It's a limited release for this one.
Yeah, limited release. It's not a big budget movie, so it doesn't have a lot of marketing behind it.
What else is out there?
We also have the documentary that's gotten a lot of criticism and a lot of controversy just because of the material of it. It's the Tillman story. It's about Pat Tillman, where he left the NFL to go serve in the military after 9/11, serve for his country, and then he died in combat. And this is kind of, the family started pushing for the real answers behind what happened to him. And that's what this documentary is all about. Was it covered up? Was it used as propaganda?
Was he shot by someone that was in the U.S. military?
Right. Was it just an accident? So this kind of takes it all on. And this movie's been out there on the film festival circuits and is now finally in Grand Rapids, and it's only at Celebration Riverton.
So what's the buzz you're hearing from other places where it's been? People really accepting it?
It's well done, but it obviously is very polarizing, because there's a certain segment of people that believe that this was all about propaganda, that they used his death to promote the war, and there's others that believe that it was just an accident that happened, and they kind of got miscommunicated. So it kind of takes the route of which is true.
Okay. All right.
A heroic man, any way you slice it.
What else do you have for us, Mr. Aaron?
In a wider release, we've got another movie with potential Oscar potential here. Tyler Perry. He's been putting out these movies for a while now. This is the one that's maybe getting some more buzz, but it doesn't have the critical success yet. It's called For Color Girls, and it's based on a novel, which is actually a much longer title. And it's very intense adult themes. This has a pretty big cast. You got Janet Jackson, Tandy Newton, Felicia Rashad, Whoopi Goldberg.
Big names.
It's a very dramatic movie. It's rated R. It's got some sexual content, some violent content. It's a real slice of life for women who have dealt with some very emotional issues, and all the women represent different things that people go through.
Sounds like a tearjerker.
Yeah. Well, Tyler Perry, I mean, he just is so accomplished and really has done some amazing work. So, what a great opportunity for him to take on a very difficult subject.
This one could pick up some steam. It kind of depends. This is kind of along the line of Precious, but it hasn't had the critical buzz before the release yet. So we'll have to see how that one goes. And then you got the two big ones. You got Due Date. You liked Hangover last year. Also old school. The guy behind this, Todd Phillips. You've got Zach Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr.
I love him.
They're on a road trip. Robert Downey Jr. hooks up with Galifianakis kind of out of necessity because he's trying to get across the country. His wife's due date is in 5 days, and he can't fly, so he's got to road trip it. And he roads with
a little bit of an odd couple story there.
Yeah.
It sounds funny. And then, of course, we've got the big one.
Right, Megamind, you got Will Ferrell, Brad Pitt, Tina Fey, Jonah Hill, Ben Stiller, all the voices in this movie. This is a hero versus villain. It's a superhero movie, but here's the twist. The bad guy has to kind of become the good guy because he takes out the good guy and is left with no life. He has nothing to do
to fight
because he doesn't have his arch enemy anymore.
Okay.
So he creates an arch nemesis, and then has to kind of take over the role of the hero.
Well, and it sounds like it's got the mega marketing machine behind it already, too, with already the
They're
little
in
toys.
the Happy Meal.
Yes,
It's a little hint of where you can find those.
Right, and both of those movies have been pushed for months, so definitely probably top two.
Fantastic.
Actually, top three will probably all make over $20 million this year.
That's great.
This weekend.
What a great preview. Thank you, Aaron. We really appreciate that. We're
Laugh
ready
at the
for
movies.
weekend.
You can read all about it at woodtv.com. Thanks for keeping us posted.
Well, Terry, I learned something this week. I learned that lots of our friends out there want to go to Firekeepers Casino.
Well, why wouldn't they? There's so much to do, and of course, don't forget the fantastic restaurants like Navy. You had an opportunity to eat there early when they were just opening.
Very,
Incredible
very
prize
delicious.
package. We're about to give it away right now.
Yeah, so let's not keep people in suspense any longer. Ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, our big winner of the $100 in Red Hot credits plus dinner for two at Delicious Neeby at Firekeepers Casino is, drumroll, Lisa Walker of Fenville.
All right.
Congratulations, Lisa.
Have a blast. We also have other giveaways going on. 4 sets of tickets to give away to the Ladies Weekend Expo that opens a week from today. Rebecca Lockhart Walzitz, Nikki Ford, Lynette Camrad, and Nicole Driggs. And we'll be giving away 4 sets of tickets every day starting Tuesday of next week. So let us know if you're interested in going. That looks like a wonderful event.
It does. And of course, we keep reminding you about a different wonderful event, our Diana special that's happening on Monday.
8 West is dedicating the entire hour to her life, the exhibition, and of course, the Grand Rapids Art Museum will take you behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah. We did a lot of that just this week to get a sneak peek of the exhibition. We've been shooting stories. The exhibition is absolutely breathtaking. You know, over the years, you've seen a lot of the pieces here and there, the video, but seeing it firsthand is amazing. That's wonderful.
Fantastic.
So, we're so excited about that.
And of course, we want to remind you that we'll be catching up with you on Facebook all weekend long and spread the word. We're almost to 10,000 fans, and as soon as we get to 10,000, we want to let you know we're giving away some really amazing stuff. So help us get there. We're just a couple hundred
keep
away.
them on coming. We love that. We love people to join our family here that we have, and we just want to wish you a happy weekend. Be